It's lit now. Shout out EmEz and tune in to the sit down.
Check. EmEz. What's up, Brody?
Thank you for coming. This is the sit down. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the sit down. Welcome. It's your guy EmEz. They call me the orator, and please believe ain't none greater. The NME is here with me.
What's going on?
How's everything, sir?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
What brings you to the sit down this afternoon?
Promoting my current single, Winning at the Races.
What is it called?
Winning at the Races.
Winning at the races.
yeah.
So you're gambling.
No.
So explain that to me.
So it's basically a confident, brash type of record or whatnot. So when I worked with the artist who's featured on it, King Rye the First.
Okay.
So he's from Denver.
And where are you from?
Toronto.
Oh,
Yeah.
from the 6.
Yeah.
Oh, I just thought it was Drake and what's his name, Tory Lanez?
That's hilarious.
I'm kidding.
That's-
I'm kidding.
no,
I'm
it's all
kidding.
good.
I'm kidding.
That's okay.
So before we go on, what is it like in the 6? Because I'm going to Toronto soon.
Are we talking about currently or before or like what?
How you see the 6? How
Okay,
you?
so like growing up for me
Uh-huh.
was it was known as the Screwface Capital. I don't know if any of you guys ever heard of that.
I never heard of that. Why?
Like a lot of like hate, like a lot of things like it's Screwface, like you screw
So
their
is
face
that why
up.
Tory and Drake were?
I think Tory had referenced that one time about it being the Screwface Capital, but it's just like a thing, right? It was like an energy going on with the city. I for me personally, I experienced it in music. I'm not in no street stuff or nothing like that, but I would say in music, definitely
Okay.
you get like that animosity. So I think that like people coming out of there, they know about that. It's just the artists that come out now. I don't think they want to bring that energy to that anymore. Like they call it the 6 now. It's a new energy, but at the time it was definitely.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know, man. That happens in a lot of places. I can't really tell you where or how it stemmed from. I just know that I think locally in Toronto, because not maybe a lot of artists like made it in a big way, like how Drake made it in like the States, like you guys recognize him. I don't think we see that a lot. So when somebody does get a little bit of like local fame or whatnot, it's maybe they don't want to give it up, and then it could be jealousy, like across the board type of thing.
Okay, so for somebody that's not in tune with the music scene in Toronto, give me the top 3 or 5 artists that are really doing it out there right now that we should know about. That don't include Drake, Tory Lanez, and Cardinal, right? Cardinal's from out there. Yeah.
So I'm gonna say myself first because I'm always
As you should.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that because
Okay.
some people like you'd say that and people would be like, "Why is he being cocky?" But you should say. So I'm gonna say myself. I'd say if we're into top 3, myself, I like a guy named Dre Bars. He's a street rapper. I like it because I don't do that type of rap, so I could appreciate it. You know what I mean? Like I don't feel like I'm competing with that. So like I like his stories and what he brings and whatnot. And one, he's been around for a while. JDR is really good. You know, lyrically. You might have heard JDR.
No.
No? Okay, so he's from Mississauga, but he's like reps Toronto a lot. So like those are my 2 favorite, I would say.
When I read your bio, it said you lost your father at 6.
Yeah, but it was a day before I turned 7 because my birthday's on Christmas. So like we found out Christmas Eve.
Oh.
Yeah, so we found out. I remember. Thing is, like he got cancer, so it was kind of dragged on a little bit, like in terms of like his illness or whatnot. So when he got cancer, it was he couldn't really move around a lot. Like he was staying like on the couch a lot or whatnot.
Were you close to your father?
See, you're still getting to know your parents around that time. So like I was close to him, but you're still getting to know your kid, right? So for me, I was we were close, but again, still getting to know him. You know, I'm really close with my mom. Obviously, she raised me, but with that, so it was one of those things where when it happened, I knew what was going on, even if I couldn't verbalize it at the time. I knew what was going on, and then when it happened, I was like, okay, well, you know, that stuff's kind of like normal to me. So like growing up,
Dying?
well, no, not in terms of dying. You have to understand, at 6 years old, right? I seen that. I know people that maybe had a sibling or a parent die later and they couldn't handle it. To me, I'm looking at it and I'm like, it would happen to me so early. Not that I'm like not compassionate for those people, but for me, it happened so early, so it's a normal thing to me.
Me and you are polar opposites.
Yeah.
I'm a person. I'm in my 30s.
Okay. Me too.
Maybe 2 people have died in my lifetime.
Really?
And both of them. One was my grandma.
Okay.
It hurt me a lot because you know that's my grandma. The second one was an aunt that I was close to, but you know, and it still hurt me.
Yeah.
But I know as a grown man, in my later years, it's just gonna be a domino effect. Like it's aunties, uncles, mom. Like I know it's coming, and there's no way to prepare myself for that. So it's weird for me when I think about things of that nature.
I'll tell you something. I knew a kid that I seen this kid. He didn't live next door to me. Lived in my neighborhood. I seen him a day before he got murdered. Legit, I seen him, and then a friend of mine was like, "Yo, Justice." He's like, "Justice like got stabbed." I'm like, I saw him like he was getting pizza. He's like, "Yo, I'm gonna go get some lunch." So he got stabbed the next day, and I was like, you know what I mean? Like it was unfortunate. Don't get me wrong, but you gotta understand. Like I lost my dad at 6. The next year, my dad's friend, like a beam hit him, like construction beam, fell on him, like legit.
Hold the fuck
Yeah, so
up.
like you have to understand, like it's
Come on. Because I like to paint a picture.
Yeah.
You're talking about one of those big ass beams.
Yeah, for real.
Literally fell on him.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not trying to be funny.
No.
How did he dodge that?
How did he not dodge it?
If it's coming,
I don't like.
He didn't
listen,
see it coming. Like
he probably didn't see it coming.
That's fucking.
And you gotta understand, this is a guy that like when my dad passed away, he was around. Like he was helping my grandmother out and stuff. So that happened, and then my grandmother years later, and then so like even my cousin had come up to me who passed away as well. My cousin had come up to me. He was like, "Hey man," he's like, "Yo, you okay?" And even around maybe 8 years old or so. No, not 8. Maybe 15 or 16 when my grandmother passed away. He's like, "You okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, man." Like it's not. You gotta understand.
You become numb to it after a while.
Yeah, like it's one of those things. I had a friend who his friend passed away from cancer, and he looked broken. And he was like, "Yo, you had somebody die before?" And I'm like, "Yeah, my dad, man." And he's like, "Did you cry?" And I'm like, "No." I'm like, "I seen like it happen, right?" So for me,
God bless you, bro.
yeah, it's one of those things. But it's not trying to be hard or nothing like that. It's just you're accustomed to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like you might react to it, and you might come off as insensitive or something. But I'm not trying to be insensitive. It's just I seen it.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things.
Yeah. Wow, it's a sit down, your guy EmEz. Let's get off death.
Yeah.
Let's get off that. What songs are you working on, and how do you put your songs together now that people are recognize you from Toronto and all that other stuff?
So for me personally, I got a producer, John Bonus. He produced the "Winning at the Races" single. I've been working with him since 2015.
How do you pick your producers?
I came across him through a singer. Because the singer Adam Duncan, he's on a record I have called Bad AF. So
what's the album called or the EP?
The last EP I had was called Number One with a Bullet.
Why?
So, like you're number one, right? People might like take that and think it's like street stuff. It's not.
I was just about to say
no, like there's a movie called that. It's like that also means like you hit the charts, you're number one. Like they say that I don't know. I've heard that in the music industry, like number one with a bullet. So for me, it was like okay, I feel like I'm the best, and that's like putting that title towards that.
These Toronto kids think they're the best, man.
No, but the thing
is, Drake to Tory Lanez and now everybody from Toronto think they're the best. No, but you Americans better stop playing.
No, but the thing is, I think that's a mentality across the board for all rappers. I feel like
nah,
you don't think so?
Nah,
you don't think all?
Listen, I've interviewed a lot of people, really, a lot of rappers.
Yeah,
they may say they're the best, but not too many of them believe that.
I don't know. Well, yeah, I can't argue with you. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I can't argue with you.
You say it, and I know you don't believe. Not you personally. There's certain artists that sit there, but I'm the best rapper out of so and so and so and so. I'm like, I don't believe it.
Yeah.
There's certain artists that sit there and say it to me. I'm like,
really?
All right, I feel your energy and you're right.
Yeah.
The book is still out on you. When I go back and I listen to the music and figure it out, I'll know if what you said to me today is what I believe.
I totally understand that. For me, I always look at it as to get to a point like this, even a platform like Power 105, I think you got to believe it because you have to look at it. I don't know Drake. I don't know Tory Lanez, right? Them guys aren't coming to help me. No disrespect to those guys. They're not coming to help me. So
why should they?
Exactly. And I feel like, and they're not responsible for helping anybody. You know what I mean? So I feel like anybody, any genre, anything you're in, you should feel like that. I watch a lot of MMA, and both guys.
Who's your favorite MMA fighter?
My favorite, I have a lot of fighters.
Give me two.
Nate Diaz, I like.
Okay, I like Nate. Okay.
Oh man, I would say I like Conor, but people might say because he's like popular.
No.
Like I would say like
you lost me on that one.
That's okay. That's fine. That's okay. But like again,
if the two names you would have lost me was Conor and Cormier. Those are the two.
You don't like Cormier? I like DC. No, John Jones. I like.
Yes, John Bones
John
Jones.
said no. John Jones is dope. I think he's really probably the greatest.
Back to the music. I'm sorry. So go ahead. Talk to me about the music. What you were saying?
So basically, in terms of the producer thing, what I did is I found him through a singer, right? So with me, I like this producer because he taught me a lot in terms of making a record. Like in terms of singles are a little bit different than just like freestyles and things like that. Singles are a little different because they're more fine tuned.
Keep that guy around you because there's a lot of people that don't know the difference between a radio record, a single, and a club record.
Yeah.
So if he's teaching you those type of things, he's got knowledge. Keep him around.
Yeah, because so I wanted to do a record that was more hardcore or whatnot. Okay. So he was like, man, if you go to a radio station and do that, they're gonna play that one time. And then they're gonna just not play. They might play when you're there, but when you leave, they're not gonna really play that stuff, you know. So he taught me again about the singles and fine tuning it and whatnot, and what it takes to, have a again commercial single, club single, and things like that.
And the single you're pushing now is what?
Winning at the Races.
And what do you think? Which one?
For me, that was more radio friendly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would I be able to get some acapella bars from you?
Yeah, sure.
So, ladies and gentlemen, from Toronto, the NME is here about to give you some bars. Let's hear it.
All right. Check it. Look. Them thoughts flying, get caught in the fucking eye with a 4-iron 4 times. I done caught fire, the boy ain't lying. I'm more inclined to say orange rhymes with 4-inch more than spill a gun bar that I never wrote that was written for me. Now back to this shit. This is the thing I really live for. That off the rip, give a fuck how you look when doing this, or that Daz Dillinger syllable spit rap practitioner mixed with Ryan Montgomery's wit. Try and bludgeon me with that tired rebuttaling bit when I'm lyrically on some dire headbutting bloodying shit. God, I'm so grimy. Fuckers know with these lines that I'm real. Murderous still, Ted Bundy goes, all you bitches get killed. Though I'm rapping with the skill, I know this craft ain't a gift, it's a fully automatic loaded gun, watch amateurs dip. And I don't feel them just shitting when I hawk. There's a difference, cause past, present, or future, I'm the illest one spitting.
The enemy, goddamn. Yes. Okay. I like that energy.
Thank you for having me.
I like that energy. So sit down as your guy. EmEz. The enemy is in the building from Toronto. Any last words you want to tell the people? Anything they should be knowing, like the upcoming singles, whatever you're working on, whether you've got a clothing line, an alcohol, because you rappers don't just be rapping. What else?
For me, I'm definitely putting rapping first, but my website, DNMEofficial.com, my Twitter, DNMEofficial, Instagram, DNMEofficial. Check me out. Look out for me. My next single is going to be called Used to Be. Again, like, you know, more commercial, but when I do bars, I do bars.
For the people in the room that the cameras can't see, he did his thing right there, don't know?
Appreciate it.
Yeah, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the sit down, and we out of here. Thank you, the enemy.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
It's lit now. Shout out EmEz and tune in to the sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down.
Check. EmEz. What's up, Brody?
Thank you for coming. This is the sit down.